Yeah. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Houston Texans and the Oakland Raiders. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Ingram. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now a hit and a loose football. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game. And we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On play action, now Carr. Lets it go for Nelson. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
24.
Now a play fake. Carr. He's going to let this one go deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's first and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
2nd and goal from the 1. Shotgun now for Carr. And that's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. They'll try and run. Ingram. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Mark Ingram punching it in from a yard away. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Griffin. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Now it's Miller, and he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Come back, come back. 2 jet.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 more there and another 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love
On second down, here's Miller. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Ouch. Could have been a game-tying touchdown. He'll have to hold on that at least for now.
ouch in a big way, like ripping the Band-Aid off there. Can they let the sting subside and come back and get it done?
To throw on second is Watson. Flushed out right. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great play there with officially a 103-yard return. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking out some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. And this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Come back, come back. Two jet. Come back, come back.
To throw on 2nd down. Watson eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Garrett Conley. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Credit the tackle to Peter Kalambai.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
734. 734.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And it's caught. Roberts has it for a Raider touchdown. Seth Roberts, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
To throw is Watson. Looking to throw on second down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. Now they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Leckler now on as he'll punt this away. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On play action, it's Carr. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So 1:55 to go in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, Washington. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Play action. Now it's Carr. It's caught. Nelson. Oh, now he bowls him over. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
637.
They go play action here on first down. And it's caught. Roberts has it for a Raider touchdown. Seth Roberts, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And now out comes Houston. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Watson now going to run the option right. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now Watson. Flush to his right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Third and long, it's Watson. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for fourth down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Shane Leckler now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, first and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything?
And got his man complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
White. Down. Blue 80. White Monday. 29.
Off play action. Carr going up top. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. They work again from the 38 on second and 10.
White. Purdue.
Off the play fake. Carr letting one go deep for Roberts. And it's caught. Roberts has it for a Raider touchdown. Seth Roberts saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the silver and black continue to roll. Extra point safely through. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And now out comes Houston. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They just have to stay for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll send you back over to... And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is
I'm doing
it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. They'll roll him out right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll make it third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now Watson on third down. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort.
Reset.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's what I'm talking about. Tiger. Check 26. Come back.
Watson now to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something There's nothing available there for him.
And he'll run for it with Miller. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Reset. Target. 25,
On 1st and 10, Watson buying time to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A first down carry now for Miller. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Again, it's Miller. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
Come back.
Watson on 3rd down. It's hauled in by Ellington. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now a first down throw. Watson escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him. So I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson being chased out left. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Target.
3rd and 2. Watson dancing to his left. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Kiki QT from 3 yards out. And the Texans get a bit closer.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Carr gives to Marshawn. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off play action. Carr. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
On second down, Lynch. And down to the 36-yard line here. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Raiders on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Watson. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. Quick hitch, complete. It's Fuller. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Forced out to his left. That's to his running back, complete. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of...
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And now look at him go. The 20, 10, 5. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what are you doing when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Justin Ellis coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Watson looking to throw on second down. He's going to look deep down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give him a gain of 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Watson to throw on second down. He sets to fire deep. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 47 yards. And the Texans cut into that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now a play fake. Carr for the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. Carr now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. On play action, now Carr. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Yeah, baby. 6:37.
Off the play fake, Carr. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
29. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Off play action, Carr. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Carr. He's going to launch this thing way downfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by K'Von Webster. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Tiger. 56. Mike, 56, right there. Two jet. Tiger. Reset.
Out of the gun, Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Tiger.
Throwing again is Watson. Steps away to his left. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Two jet.
On 1st down, Watson. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught at the 20. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 48 yards. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's. And that's exactly.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Derek Johnson. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Carr going to throw here. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts, and now it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Down, 185.
To throw his Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 12. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TV. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And it's the Raiders that'll come up with it. And that will put victory in sight for the silver and black. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On the give, this is Lynch. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down.